Howdy folks, Kathy Williams-DeVries here, bringing you the third video in my series on the 633 daily practical daily exercises by Klose, which are in his complete method for clarinet. There's kind of two Kloses actually. There's also, I've got the hardback version, there's also a Klose clarinet school, but I don't believe it has those 633 practical daily exercises. It's got the 68 exercises on fingering, but doesn't have the 161 technical exercises. Yeah, so this one won't have it unless they've amalgamated the two. I haven't bought this Klose since 2000, I bought this in 2002. It was, I think, the last time it was in the last time you could buy it in hardback. So we're up to 101 to 150. So I'm not doing it in blocks of what note it starts on, because that varies. So I'm sort of going 50 each video, and each video is between 20 and 25 minutes long, just so that you don't go insane. Okay, so 101. We're alternating between D flat and D from a G, so you want a good coordination between G and D flat. And so, oops. That's not too dramatic. The next one, I advise you to use the forked fingering for the G flat, and what I'll do is I'm going to zoom in so you can see my fingers and not my face, because you don't want to see my face, that's not going to help you. Okay, so just the fingers. So for this exercise 102, I advise you to use the forked fingering for the C flat, which of course is a B natural. And again in 103 you want to use the forked fingering. And you want a good coordination between the A flat and the B flat. Okay, up to 104. I prefer to keep that in the right hand. So you want a good coordination between the B flat and the F sharp. Okay, 105, as I said in a previous video, if you use this long E flat, I will slap you. It's not a real E flat. It's way sharper. Train yourself to finger it out. It's not that difficult going from E flat, B flat to E flat. It's just a bit of coordination. And the Behrman broken chords in the division 3 of his method will help you with that as well. 106, G major. Now you want to really coordinate it between the B and the D. Note that it's sort of you're using both hands. 107, you can use the forked fingering occasionally in this. But you do need to use the your fingering just as much. 108 prepares us for the G major triad. So again, you want a smooth connection between the D and the B and the B and the G. And preparing us for G minor. Again, smooth connection between the B flat and the G and the D and the B flat. 110. We've got some interesting sort of diminished stuff happening here. Again, you want a really smooth connection between the C and the E flat and the E flat and the F sharp. 111 is just the G dominant 7th. And the 112 adds the 9th, both the 9th and flat 9th. An F flat is of course an E, so we're looking at diminished chord. 114, we've now moved to G sharp A flat. This is quite a difficult one. G sharp to A, you're coordinating with 2 fingers. If you're even slightly off, you're going to end up with extra notes. A really good pinky strengthening exercise. 115, we're going to A flat to B flat. So you really want to be moving those fingers at exactly the same time. 116, again, I will shoot you if you do this D sharp. Okay, and 117 builds on that. Whoops, let's try that again. You can't use the 4th finger in there because you've got to get down to the G sharp. 118, we're dealing with double sharps for the first time, and you can only use this D sharp. And again, don't use that. I will personally come around to your house and slap you on the head if you do. So you really want coordination. Especially C sharp to D sharp, that's nasty. 119, again, do not use this E flat. Nasty, isn't it? This one's a little bit easier, 120. Prepares us for A flat. This prepares us for the diminished. This also prepares us for A flat. This prepares us for A flat minor. 124. And again, don't use the fake one. 125. So sort of a diminished, but starting on A flat. Um, 126 is the full diminished. 127. We're getting close here to going over the break. We haven't gone over the break yet. Now, G flat to B flat. Nasty, make sure that you keep the thumb away from the tone hole. And just slide off the A. That's a really nasty one. I would actually, number 127, I would practice that a few times. It's nasty. 128, a lot easier. Again, that connection between the B and the G sharp. And now we move on to A for the first time. A minor. And so it's part of the diminished. Again, no using the fake E flat. I would try and keep it in the one hand. And in 132. There's only really. You've got a couple of different options. I prefer to keep it in the one hand. Ensure a smooth connection between the F sharp and the A. 123. This prepares for the A major arpeggio. Get a smooth connection between the A and the C sharp and the B and the C sharp. Now 135, there's really only one E you can use because you're going to the C sharp. And a really smooth connection between the A and the E and the C sharp and the E. I know I'm making it look easy, it is quite difficult. And similarly with F sharp. 137, the triad, A major. Smooth connection between the C sharp and the E and the A. And then A minor. Just roll that to the A. I hardly need to move it at all. 39, you get a little bit of diminished action. So smooth connect between the B and the D and the F and the G sharp. 140, it's the dominant seventh. 141, we're adding the ninth. And notice this is the first time we've gone over the break. All these exercises before, well, a lot of them you can actually put them up the 12th. 142, bit of diminished action. 143, excellent exercise to use that forked fingering. 144, similarly going to the C natural. 145, make sure there's a good connection between the B flat and the D flat and the D flat and the F. 146, this is quite nasty. You need a good connection between the D flat and the G flat. I'm probably making it look easy, it's not. 147, we're factoring in a G natural now. So a bit of tritone action. So good connection between the B flat and the G and the D flat and the G. 148. So again, coordination between D flat and F, D flat and G flat, G, D flat and G. Almost finished. 149, do not use that. I'm probably making it look easy, it's not. And the final one, D flat to E flat. And you probably want to try and curve your fingers. Unfortunately, I learnt the wrong way and don't. So that is the Klose 633 daily exercises, numbers 101 to 150. So we're, I don't know, but almost a quarter of the way through in 3 videos. So there's lots of nasty stuff in there that I'm sure that you can sort of pick the exercise that is most nasty for your fingers, pull it out on its own and practice it. I think it's very rewarding to practice these exercises, and one of these days I'm going to get hold of the Jean Vademecum and record that as well, but we're busy on this at the moment. So thanks for listening. Please join me for 151 to 200, and bye for now.